Man, what's going on, man? It's your boy. Just really want to get on here, man. You know what I'm saying? I know we on this Labor Day and everything. Sorry about enjoying your holiday and everything, but let me just jump on here. Definitely just want to discuss um, uh, what's normalcy of racism, especially like anti-black racism, and how casual people almost show their racial bias, or even in some type of nonchalant way accepted of interracial, anti-black racial bias. You know what I'm saying? Very complicit in white supremacy. Most people that get called out, they try to deny it, but the simple fact that they are defending the casual accepting or even normalcy of it proves otherwise. So that's why many people, not just white people, whatever, but even non-black people, non-white or non-black people, are very complicit under the term of anti-black racism or whatever. So, and also very formative to white supremacy in a way. Um, so I think what I want to definitely discuss is Robetown, Robestown. It's basically a town next to Corpus Christi, Texas, near the Valley, or South Texas, but many people in Texas call it the Valley. Heavily majority Hispanic area, um, very dominated by Hispanics in that part of the state. Um, I mean, there's a black population in Corpus, but not really significant. I mean, I think the black population in Corpus is maybe around under 10%, maybe around 10 or 5%. It's not that huge at all. So that just lets you know of the what's going on. Speaking from demographic terms, or whatever, in that city, in that area right there. They actually, there's a school district that Robstown had. Their logo or even mascot is called Cotton Pickers. Now, before like the, this Black empowerment movement really kick-started, and more of awareness and also of Black Americans' emergence has really, really skyrocketed on many uprisings and everything else. That's somewhat under a flagship or even a banner of Black Lives Matter. But this reporter out there in Corpus tweeted about the football team opener. But now this is the school district we're talking about, the whole, not just a football team or sports, but we're talking about the main thing of the school district and their logo. And from basically, they were decided because it was the start of their football season, and they just had an opener. So they tweeted about it, and he said, Robstown Cotton Pickers, and then it got many red flags afterwards, and he retweeted again and said, I know it sounds kind of odd saying cotton picker. I normally just say pickers. So obviously he already knew the racial undertone of cotton pickers. You know what I'm saying? And it kind of just gained attention. A lot of backlash. Very appropriate for a backlash. I agree with it. And just a lot of different people, Hispanics, were coming in like, we're not racist. This is part of Hispanic culture. Look, it ain't nothing to do with Hispanic culture. I tell that to anyone. Hispanic culture has also participated under the banner of white supremacy, anti-black racism as well. Your culture then also consists of racism as well and anti-black. So if that's what you want to say culture, then yeah, you guys are just as white supremacists as KKK or whatever. But the culture out there is very nonchalant. What surprised me was There was black players on the team and stuff, but I think what just surprised me is you have nobody that really never demanded the school district to change the name or whatever, or even the mascot, but just changed the name, Cotton Picker, period. It was just basically been that name for decades. I mean, a couple of people, try to get with me on Twitter saying, "Oh, it's our town was founded in 1906, and we didn't experience slavery." And they're like, I said, "Look, man, it's not about the town or the school district. It's more about the school district. It ain't about your town." I'm just saying to your school district to choose cotton pickers. That's almost of historical content that's referenced back into slavery. You know what I'm saying? So let's be real. There were many Hispanic slave owners. You know what I'm saying, in Texas, just as much as regular white slaves owner and Native American slave. I mean, you got different groups that participated in slavery. That's just what it is. Texas was a part of Mexico before the 1840s, and before, even if you want to go into 1830s, slavery was prevalent until Valente Guerrero in 1833 abolished slavery. But before then, slavery was very natural in Mexican society. Even there was the colonies at that time. There was a colony. But yeah, just really, man, just the nonchalant of what people will accept. Very, very racially biased and normalcy. If you're gonna allow a school district to pick cotton picker as the logo of the school district, that's just crazy. That's just it's crazy. Don't make sense. That's reference of basically slaves. Cotton, basically a king product in slavery. That was the main driving force, a product, with other product as well, but cotton was the main product to be pushed during the institution of slavery, of American slavery. We gotta be honest. This is what it is. Even during Texas, quote, Republican existence, it still had slavery. So let's not kid ourselves there. Even though they were their own country, they still had slavery operating in Texas, even at that 2-3 year period when they were independent. So we can't just ignore the fathom of that anti-black racism, and especially coinciding with white supremacy, is very normalized in different parts of the country, especially Texas. A lot of people was defending it. They're saying they're not racist. I said, man, well, you're very racial biased because you have a school logo and your school name is Cotton Pickers. It just kind of, it don't sit well. Not with today's society. What would even make you want to use that type of term anyway? And I think I'm more shocked that it took black people rising at this day and age to even get that type of story out and even get people mad about it, because people should have been mad about it a long time ago. Not just now, but a long time ago. That's how nonchalant the anti-black racism and white supremacy is in certain parts of the state and the country. Especially when it don't have a significant black population. All these, like ADOS, FBA, Foundation of Black American, ADOS, significant population there at that area or region or whatever part of the country that might be happening or is happening. So definitely just want to just make it clear that, you know, there still is a great normalcy of major racial bias, especially anti-black racial bias, that still goes on in a lot of these places. Right now, the school district, they sent the apology, but they really didn't make no indication that they were going to change the name or nothing like that. And, you know, a lot of people coming out in support of the school district, majority Hispanics, maybe I don't know any black people who's really doing it yet, but, you know, I can see a lot of blacks that were there was very complicit, or they were very silenced, or they were, you know, involuntary or voluntary, but there was a silence in that. I would have raised flag, because I would have been like, there's no way you guys should have this name. I mean, I'm sorry. Me being a descendant of American slaves and stuff, American slavery and everything, I can't condone the cotton picker, especially in a public school system that is, in a way, a state government institution to have that type of name. I can't condone. That'd be complicit in the racism in that. That's race. That's all the way racism in that. That's anti-black racism as well as just racism. And there's no point to it. But like I said, man, I'll definitely hit you guys real soon, and you know, you guys stay up. All right, one.